Hare Krishna. Yeah, we're back. And yeah, I kind of overnapped. Can you believe that? I overnapped. Um, Sometimes that happens to me. But you still gotta do it. Still gotta do it hard now, second thought. And it's pretty cool that you can do it anytime, any place. And we're gonna do it anytime, any place. Here's the time, here's the place. Time to do it. Um, yeah. Oh, I forgot about the thought of the day. But I'm thinking about Vishnujan. I'm gonna sing Vishnujan's favorite tune. He really likes this one, and he's actually been sent, I think, sent by Lord Chaitanya. Him and Gaura Karuna been sent by Lord Chaitanya to spread the Sankirtan movement, to create a revolution. You know, they came out of nowhere. No one suspected much out of them, and they did so much. So, and the kind of like I've learned so much from those two. Gaura Karuna is like so fixed up with distributing books and making a change in the world, and then also Vishnujan, he's just a soldier. If he wasn't doing this, he'd be doing this anyway. You know, it's like there's nothing else about him except spreading the holy name, making people chant and dance, and the way his persona is, it's perfectly equipped to make people in Kali Yuga chant and dance, because they wouldn't surrender to anyone who's nice, you could say. They would surrender to someone they're scared of, you know. So he's like so strong and so determined. You are going to chant. You are going to dance. You are going to go out there and make people chant and dance. And that's all he thinks about. And whoever's in touch with, they have to get connected to that. And if they can't, right, he will just hit at your false ego who doesn't want to serve like Chaitanya in such a way that you kind of just have to submit, because you're scared of him. You don't want to upset him. But yeah, he's actually very soft-hearted. The fact that he has so much love for chanting holy name. So most of the time we see him on the street, he's doing the different things. But in his private time, he's chanting so many rounds actually. His whole thing is chanting. That's it. And I'll speak more about Gaura Karuna and Vishnujan later on. Gaura Karuna, you know, is such an innovator with distributing books, having that bike, a sign, and like he's actually probably not the first, because obviously they did it back in Prabhupada's time, side by side book distribution Harinam, which is a great combination. You have someone doing Harinam, and many people see it and they see for what it really is, what we're about. That's all we're about, really, just chanting and dancing, being happy. And then he would come along with books, and it's so easy. You don't have to do like the, hey man, how you doing? You're from out of town, you're from here, nah. Oh, I like your shoes. Excuse me, are those your legs? Both of them? You know, you don't need to do all these mantras and tricks. You know, he just come around and said, hi, this is for you. You can give some donation, and that's it. Don't have to explain anything. You know, it's self-explanatory, and if they really want to find out and philosophically understand, Prabhupada is in the books, and it can just systematically uproot their material existence into their true existence, into the spiritual. And then the Harinam sort of just paves the way for that. So let's chant. Let's do it first, and then we can talk more about it. Shiva Sari Gaura Madhavendra Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Madhavendra Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sari Gaura Madhavendra Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, So, another day of Harinam for everybody and for me. Yay! So that's cool. I got the night scene. That's pretty cool, eh? So, yeah, this has been life now. There's not a day that can go past without chanting and dancing, especially on the street. So nice on the street. I miss the street. There's no one there, but I don't care. Yeah. But maybe, just maybe, this room can be transformed if I do it every day. And I'm actually playing Kirtan non-stop. I'm reading loud Bhagavatam, and doing my rounds here. So maybe it will be transformed, especially this bed, jumping up and down on it. In Kirtan, that's what beds are for. So, yeah, I couldn't be in such a position to be so attached to doing this Yuga Dharma of Harinam Sankirtan if it went for many personalities, but I guess one of them is definitely Vishnujan. So actually I connected with him a long time ago, even before joining up with them. I was in Melbourne trying to do Harinam, so I was looking online to see other devotees who were engaged in Harinam. And I found these Russian devotees, Nimi Prabhu, and they had really cool videos, and that kind of incited this interaction. Actually, I liked the interaction before, but like this stylized and like so many incidents you could see and the ways of interacting with people, and of course it's normal to join in a random party. So that vibe I was looking for, and there was many devotees, and he was definitely one of them. And he was very like, it was pretty funny actually. Everyone's asking about how this name Harinam Ruci came up. Did you guys get together and, what should we call ourselves? And then here's the name. And so actually the name didn't come that way. So Vishnujan, before getting his name from His Holiness Janananda Goswami, his name was Bhakta Thomas, and he already been like a devotee for 10 plus years or 15 plus years, whatever. Long time. And so he saw that, okay, let's use this Facebook to get the Harinam out there and we can connect to different devotees. And he didn't want to put Bhakta Thomas, he wanted to put something else. So he just put Harinam Ruci, like internet. We didn't take it so seriously even back then. I remember like when I was like in high school, and you had the Merc chat rooms, and we didn't really care what we put out. It was like a joke. Haha, look, I'm pretending to be like this. And no one really take whatever you said. You never take what anyone else said seriously. Nowadays, you say the smallest thing, even if it's like a big joke, that, it must be true. What the hell is going on in this world? It's like we accept everything on the internet is true. So, I just put that there, and then I'm going to connect to, and I'm going to put up Harinam photos or whatever else. So I saw his stuff, and I'm all the way in Melbourne. I'm in the ashram, and it's like I never had I gave up any desire for traveling. Actually, I hate traveling. I know it's weird, but I gave up this thought of traveling because I was thinking, and when I was younger, I went to China, and I was before as devotee, and I was just doing the same nonsense as I was doing in Melbourne. So there's no need to save up for a ticket and accommodation and spend so much to do the same thing. So, and I felt bad. I wanted to know the tradition. I wanted to connect to the locals. I was thinking, no point. So I might as well just stay in Melbourne. So then I became a Hare Krishna, and then I was like, yeah, I'm doing my service. I'm here. Definitely there was desire, like you do Harinam all around the world, but there was no scope for how we're gonna do it. And then I messaged Vishnujan and said, hopefully one day we'll do Harinam together. And he's like, yeah, sure, whatever. But I had no scope of ever making it to Europe. I was just a small boy. And so he put up this. I thought that was his name, but it's not. And it just stayed like that. And whatever photos he would put up, and I got super inspired when Kadamba Kamaraj got a hold of him and Gora and Nisima Chaitanya to come to South Africa to promote the book marathon, promote Srila Prabhupada's book marathon in December. So they came and did Harinam and the spirit books at the same time. Gora is on the bike. That's where he picked up the Vuvuzela in South Africa. That's where he did it, and he brought his bike onto the plane, and Nisima Chaitanya was there. And there's one video, you gotta check it out. It's still my favorite Harinam video. When I saw this, I was like tears, laughter, shivering. I was going mad. I loved it so much because of that the whole thing. Like if you watch it, the whole beach is full of people and they're all dancing, and this is Africa, and that dance is so cool and to the beat, and so naturally they get involved in the kirtan and they're giving everything that happened there. And then Vishnujan, like, he's making people clap and go, how's he doing this? And he's banging that drum so cool. And then he was Prahlad, then Nishima Chaitanya, the way he would sing, because I remember it was so hard to sing when you're in one tune or melody and then you like jump into another melody, right? I found that so difficult back then. He's like playing accordion and he's jumping from one tune, another tune, another tune to another tune. You know, he's making people chant at the same time. They're still holding the tune together. That is hard stuff, you know. And he was like pulling it off. And then actually Premananda Kirtan, he was what was his name? Steve back then, yeah. So actually Vishnujan picked him up before he ran into Indrajuma Swami. This is another story and a half. So they went to Cape Town, and Premananda Kirtan was like a new devotee and associating with devotees. He was a musician. He studied music in university, and he was really good at playing piano. That was like his expertise. That was his focus. He already knew how to play trumpet. And Vishnujan said, "You know how to play trumpet? Okay, bring it with you. We're going for Harinama. Okay, we're going for Harinama." And Briham Mridanga was there. He was Rory back then. He was playing katos, I think, yeah. And Kurunagora was playing wampas, and what's his name? Jai Kaur, I think. I don't know, sorry, I forgot your name. He was John Robbie. He was playing the djembe. A small group, packed beach, complete. If we couldn't see any small space where it was free, and people dancing, kids, everyone, and it was like the coolest Harinam video I ever saw. And I was just like, I have to be there. I have to be there. It's like a strong desire to be there. And I don't know, Krishna somehow put us together. I talked to Kadamba Kamaraj about them, and I never thought that we could connect. You know, world travel was far beyond me. And then we connected with others I never knew. And somehow we got together. And actually, Kadamba Kamaraj said, like, a few years as traveling as Harinama Ruci, that you know, I knew you guys were going to come together, like, because I was so adamant in Melbourne to chant and dance on the street, and he was also very adamant. So then I think Krishna arranged the whole thing, and unfortunately now we're apart, but I swear, I tell you, just I know it's a whole sentimental thing, but yeah, I'm carrying so much from what I've learned with not just Vishnujan, with Gora, with Sham, with Ananta Gauranga, with Savya, with Sundanitai, with Dalmore. There's so many, Sanipani Muni, there's so many, Mahavishnu Swami, there's so many that traveled with us, Vicharu, Rashika. There's so many devotees that kind of came through that program, and you know, they had some treasure to share, and I was lucky enough to get something from them, and I just want to pass it on, I guess, and carry it on, and, you know, I don't know, second to the revolution. So let's see now what's gonna go down. Hare Krishna. I think if you leave a comment, if you want to hear about something from the travels, maybe I can say something about it, because I kind of said all the stories I can remember. So yeah, put something in the comments, ask something, and then we'll see if we can talk about it. But I don't know, if you're watching, it's cool, thank you. If you're not, it's cool, I'll come and get you anyway. Hare Krishna.